bottles and channeled exotic places like spice markets in Madagascar that she'd only ever dream of visiting. Unless she got that loan. Meg craned her neck to see something besides his feet, which appeared on the large side. Alex, never the bashful wallflower, always said the size of a man's feet reflected the size of another part of male anatomy. If so, then Mr. Hottie Billionaire was very well equipped indeed. He was likely some traveling businessman passing through town, maybe here for a conference. Probably handsome, too, judging by his expensive taste in shoes and the tapered cut of his pants, his deep voice, and his sex pheromone-inducing cologne. She'd bet her paycheck he wasn't going to be tucked in bed later watching rom-coms from the 90s and dreaming of a different life. The elevator doors finally moved to close, but a well-manicured hand suddenly jutted between them, causing them to seize up and shudder.
"Benji, there you are!"
A woman's excited voice exclaimed.
"I thought that was you!"
"Ashley!" The deep baritone held surprise and relief. Maybe pleasure, too. "You made it."
"Anything for you, baby,"
the woman crooned. Meg rolled her eyes. Curiosity made her risk losing her footing as she peered around her armload in time to see a woman in a low-cut, clingy red dress race into the elevator, her strappy 4.5-inch sandals clickety-clacking against the old black-and-white tiled floor. She was tall, polished, and buxom, all traits Meg was deficient in. Meg particularly noticed the woman's sleek blonde hair, shiny and controlled, unlike her own coffee-black hair, which refused to be tamed regardless of how much product Brenda from the Curly Q salon coated it with. The loud smack of a lipstick-glossed kiss rent the air.
"I haven't seen you in so long."
Great. Now they were smooching. Meanwhile, the Klein women were waiting for her in their undies. Meg tried in vain to shake that visual out of her mind. She cleared her throat, but no one paid any attention. What was wrong with this elevator? Was it built the same year as the hotel? "Thanks for coming on such short notice," the man said. His voice held a soothing, sexy quality that rolled off his lips as smoothly as butter off steaming pancakes, conjuring classic Clint Eastwood or George Clooney. And it was vaguely familiar. Wait. More than vaguely familiar. A sudden spark of panic ignited in her chest and burst into flame like a 4th of July sparkler. No, it couldn't be. She strained over her load for a glimpse, but no luck. The Benji-Wenji she knew, Benjamin, that is, would more likely be wearing scrubs than a suit. An hour away, doing the last year of his emergency medicine residency in Hartford, he didn't have time to dress in expensive suits and waste time in fancy hotels. Definitely not his style. It was probably just her overactive imagination that tended to conjure images of him way too often. But her fantasies had never turned auditory before.
"You know, Benji."
The woman stopped talking, gave a silly giggle, and whispered something Meg couldn't make out. A flush crept up Meg's neck as she imagined any of a number of soft, sultry words. She shifted a little closer to the wall, her arms aching under the weight of her load. The man chuckled. A silly, spontaneous sound that was playful and carefree and promised naughty things like hard-driving all-night-long sex. It made Meg's stomach pitch in a way that filled her half with distaste and half with an unexpected longing that pulled deep down in her gut. Oh, to have someone want you like that. To banter playfully, to have him nip your neck with soft kisses, gather you up in big, strong arms. She had to stop reading those romance novels that were piled all through her apartment and hidden under her bed. Life wasn't like that. At least, hers wasn't. Ever since her older brother Patrick had died when she was 16 and her parents had subsequently divorced, she'd been the one in her family to stomp out fires, take care of emergencies, and soothe everyone's frayed nerves. The peacekeeper. It was a good trait, except it tended